Yo, New York Yankees fans, yet again, it is Felix from NYYNEWS.com. Like always, hola, ¿cómo estás? Watching all these other teams in the playoffs, watching all these old school managers. You got your Dusty Bakers, you got your Bruce Bochy's, you got your Rob Thompsons. And we're stuck with Aaron always staring on the sidelines, baboon. Why? It's obvious. The Yankees have shifted to an analytical approach. Baboon is just a parrot. He's a talking head. Let's get into this latest article from the New York Post by John Heyman. Dave Dombrowski's old school Phillies approach rewarded with another playoff run. Free agency is a benefit if it's done right. High payrolls are an advantage if you spend wisely. Who knew? Certainly not all many poor patrons of New York baseball in 2023, who watched baseball's two biggest spending teams endure a season ranging from dull, quotation marks, Yankees, to disappointing Mets. The Mets and the Yankees spent $750 million counting tax and had only Agita to show for it. They are home now, rebuilding their leadership team, Mets, and reportedly yelling at each other, Yankees, or at least contentious meetings with the aim of resolving all their many issues. Meantime, the Phillies, number 4 on the payroll parade, keep showing what can be accomplished if the right selections are made in free agency. No Carlos Rodon here, and almost all the loot is spent shockingly wisely, thanks to a succession of superb 9-figure calls, or close. Over the past few years, the Phillies are bludgeoning folks with power and pitching this postseason. And Game 1 of the NLCS was one of their better displays. A 5-3 victory over the Diamondbacks that featured 3 early solo home runs. All lasers into the right field bleachers. Then it goes to say Game 1's huge, blah, blah, blah. They did so on Phillies superstar Bryce Harper's 31st birthday. This and that. Let's get to the, there we go. Analytics are great. No letters, please. But Dombrowski still seems proud to stress good old-fashioned scouting. He uses analytics, but he doesn't overdo it. He also emphasizes personality and fit for the clubhouse and for the city. By the way, the Yankees had that with CeCe Sabathia and Brett Gardner. We don't have that anymore. We're just stuck with Aaron Baboon. If you're going to make it here in Philadelphia and we have a great fan base, you better be tough, Dombrowski told the Post. Some players can't take being booed. This is something the Yankees need to consider. Joey Gallo seemed overwhelmed by the Boo-Birds in the Bronx. Some data-driven teams need to reevaluate a lot more than that. Like the Yankees didn't know Joey Gallo was like literally a nutcase in his personal life. That includes the Yankees on a 3-year streak of losing transactions. From Josh Donaldson, oh my lord, they're right, to Frankie Montas, to Rodon. I do believe Rodon's going to bounce back, though. It's not going to look as bad as all these other names. There's also the guys they passed on and missed on, including Harper. Yup, another situation where the Yankees were caught sleeping. Under Dombrowski and owner John Middleton, the Phillies ran their payroll up to $240 million, 4th highest behind the Mets, Yankees, and Padres. But nobody does free agency better. The Phillies' recent free market record is nearly perfect. When I mentioned that to Middleton, he demurred modestly, saying something about of them being fortunate. By the way, props to Heyman's vocabulary is so superb. It's so adequate. It's so English. If so, it's quite a lucky streak. Dombrowski tipped his cap to Middleton and Klentak, now a Brewers executive. Game 1 turned into a celebration of all their smart moves, both before and after Dombrowski came. After dissension. Wheeler, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Turner, Realmuto. Great pickups, man. I wanted Realmuto to be a Yankee. And these freaking, oh my God, they're just reminding me of how many players the Yankees just, I don't know, they ignored them, let them go to other teams. They're just mentally handicapped at this point. Dombrowski added Schwarber and Castellanos, who he knew from Detroit. Then Turner. He gauged their human qualities from their toughness to their team-first attitudes and envisioned 3 beautiful fits. It certainly can be done with all or mostly analytics way. That doesn't make sense, too. But there's room for some old school guys, and there's reason to consider character. All these positive personalities certainly make for a hell of a party, and it feels like it's just getting started. Great article by the living legend himself, Jon Heyman. What can I say? I've said this numerous times. As long as Aaron Boone is your manager, the Yankees are not reaching the World Series. Just simple as that. And you can't tell Boone. Recently it came out that the Yankees want Aaron Boone to be more hard-nosed. They want Aaron Boone to yell at players. He's not that type of guy. And poor A-Rod, he's been a strong advocate that analytics don't work. He's been yapping his mouth on that topic for quite some time now. And, you know, he's been really the voice of the fans. And a lot of people are picking up on that now, like this article you just read. Long story put short, when the face of your team is Aaron Boone, that's the face of analytics. That's the face of the era of Yankees analytics. So the Yankees somehow say, oh, we're moving away from that. You move away from that officially by canning Boone. But that doesn't seem to be the case. The Yankees have made it be known that they're going to retain Boone, which ticks me off. I know it ticks you guys off. Watching these teams in the playoffs, watching these teams reach the World Series with great managers. And like I said, we're just stuck with Aaron Boone. What do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comment section below. This has been Felix from NYYNEWS.com. Channel, like and subscribe, and I'll check you out next time.